When we look at the natural world, we have a habit of projecting our own human ideals onto animals. We watch them pair up, build nests, and assume they are forming sweet, romantic families. Wild survival relies on chaos, physical aggression, and biological systems that operate completely outside our sense of morality. We are stripping away the cute filter to examine the mechanical reality of passing on genetics. These are the most extreme, weird, and ruthless mating rituals on Earth. At first glance, the meerkat is a harmless desert creature, a foot-long furball standing upright in the African sand. Their lineage tells a different story. As close relatives of the hyena, they live in aggressive mobs ruled by an alpha female, or queen, who maintains order through violence. This chart shows the reproductive balance within a mob. The queen holds an 80% monopoly over all mating, keeping the alpha male as her private partner and strictly forbidding other females from breeding. If a lower-tier female secretly gives birth, the queen immediately tracks down the newborns, kills them, and eats them. It's a cannibalistic strategy to ensure her own pups never have to share limited resources. The surviving mother faces a choice between banishment and a life of servitude. To stay with the mob, she must act as an unpaid wet nurse, feeding and raising the queen's offspring. Because these mobs are tight family units, the queen is frequently cannibalizing her own grandchildren and enslaving her own daughters. Behind the baby-faced exterior is a society where 20% of all deaths are homicides committed by their own kind. In the Congo Basin, the bonobo takes the opposite approach. They are our closest DNA relatives, yet they have evolved a society almost entirely free of violence. They resolve disputes and emotional tension through physical intimacy. When a conflict arises, bonobos mate instead of fighting, turning potential aggression into social bonding. This behavior serves as a blanket response for nearly all social interaction. Bonobos mate to say hello, to offer thanks for shared food, and to burn off adrenaline after a hunt. It even functions as a way to comfort a group member who feels sad. This constant activity acts as a physiological pacifier. It chemically calms their minds, proving that physical intimacy can be used as a primary tool to eradicate social violence. In the ocean, clownfish seek security within venomous sea anemones that sting and kill almost any other fish that enters their reach. Within these isolated colonies, every clownfish is born male. The largest fish in the group develops into the sole female, while the second largest becomes the mating male. Once the female lays her eggs, the male takes on the burden of survival. He guards the nest, cleans away decaying matter, and constantly blows water over the eggs to keep them oxygenated. If the dominant female dies, the male undergoes a total biological transformation, becoming a female over the course of a year to take her place. By rewriting their own biological gender, they ensure the bloodline continues even in total isolation. Bedbugs are defined by a distinct size disparity. The females are noticeably larger, while the males feature a sharp, needle-like abdomen used for reproduction. Lacking standard anatomy, the male performs traumatic insemination by violently puncturing the female's stomach wall with his abdomen. This schematic tracks the sperm as it enters the insect's rudimentary circulatory system. It travels through the bloodstream until it reaches the ovaries to begin fertilization. Males often target any bug larger than themselves. If another male has recently fed and swollen in size, he may be accidentally stabbed, causing him to deflate and lose his meal. Females have evolved a rapid healing response to this trauma, forming a thick layer of scar tissue over the wound to protect their internal organs from repeated damage. A single mating provides enough sperm for 300 eggs. This efficiency is why seeing just one bug usually signals a massive, rapid infestation. The whiptail lizard of the American Southwest engages in an aggressive mating ritual of biting and coiling around a partner. This species is 100% female. Through hybridization, they have evolved to give birth to exact genetic clones of themselves without any male involvement. If there are no males and no genetic material needs to be exchanged, the massive amount of physical energy required for these attacks seems entirely wasted. Biologists discovered that the physical stimulation of the ritual is what triggers their internal systems. The act of mounting and biting significantly accelerates their ovulation process. They have removed males from the equation entirely, using a behavioral hack to drive a self-sustaining cycle of clones. From cannibalistic desert queens and jungle pacifists to gender-swapping fish and clone armies, these strategies represent the extreme edges of biology. We project our own ethics onto the wild at our own peril. Nature ignores our definitions of romance, focusing only on the mechanics of the next generation. Beneath the cute face of any animal is an evolutionary machine built to execute the most bizarre and ruthless strategies imaginable just to survive another day.